I have some bad news. Some of you all are going to like it. I tried my absolute hardest during the 2K26 news cycle to not get excited about the game at all, to have no hope. If it comes out and it's even slightly good, that is awesome. But with the news in today's video, I couldn't help it. I, for the first time, actually got excited reading some of the things you guys are going to see. We got some deleted tweets from the event. We've got a lot, and this is a perfect time to put this in the beginning of the video that I'm not paid by 2K, not sponsored by them. These videos, this news is for you to look at and make the decision yourself if you want to buy the game or not at your own risk. So Pika said this is the first time you can actually blame us creators at the event if the game is bad. This is the first year that we actually got to use custom animations when using our My Player. That is massive information. It isn't even the meat and potatoes of the video, but for the first time, we really get to see the game. 2K creators being in the builder and just customizing all their animations with the good dribble styles and all that before the game even comes out has never happened. You can't really see the fluidity of the dribbling and how nice it is when people don't have animations to be able to put together. And we do now. So real quick, guys, in yesterday's video, I said 5,000 likes and I will stream the gameplay reveal today. I was wrong about when it was. 2K threw me off because we're getting news on Friday and Saturday. Now, y'all know they usually love to do it on Thursday, so that's why I was thrown off, okay? But look, I'm not going to ask a like goal today. I'm going to stream the gameplay reveal tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Probably about 30-45 minutes before I will start the stream, so be there. I'm not going to give you another like goal because you guys already smacked it, bro. Look at this. We went trending in our last video and then trending again back to back. So maybe just today we can go 3 for 3 like MJ, man. Guys, drop a like for me if you support the news videos, and let's just get into it, bro. Like today is a big one, all right? This is, I believe, one of the most important guys. I think Koza is one of the best creators in 2K that dribbles. He dribbles to score, and so that's good. That's how I dribble as well, to score. Not to be super fancy, but, you know, cook up a little bit and also get the ball in the basket. He said, talking about some things might get patched, man. Hell no. Because a lot of people were saying that some things might get patched before the game even drops. He said that game we played was fun. Fast-paced, options, counters. I want a fun game. It was like a breath of fresh air. It's been years since I had that feeling from 2K. We've been patched year after year. I want a fun game. Don't get this confused with a broken game. Defense felt really nice to counter all the dribbling you'll get to see. Us dribbling in place and labbing with no defender shouldn't lead to things being patched. Y'all say it all the time. Let's play the full game first. Let the game develop. That was the first time reading that a few days before release where I'm actually excited to see what we're going to get tomorrow. The gameplay reveal, again, guys, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. I will be live on YouTube unless something crazy happens, okay? You're going to see me there. I'm going to hold up my promise just a day late because I was wrong about the date, all right? So, Double H said, I really hope nothing gets removed or patched between now and the release of 2K26. I think we're on like a 3-year streak of something getting patched / removed from some random Twitter user complaining under a 2K Community Day gameplay post before the game releases. And I replied under Koza's tweet, I said, yes, we need to see the game. Let us play it. I mean, it's coming out 7 days early. We already know that's basically a beta. Let us play for at least 7 days. If there is something that is a genuine exploit, then after 7 days or as soon as possible, it needs to be fixed. For example, the close shot glitch in the beginning of 2K25 Season 1, where you could do a close shot 5-10 times in a row. You could have your eyes closed and you could green 5 very tights in a row. That is an exploit. Something that is... you can have a conversation about it. Hey, I don't think shooting should be this good. I think shooting should be buffed, nerfed, dunks, whatever. Something like that. Give it a little bit more time for people to figure out the game before we actually get anything changed. You see what I'm saying? Don't patch the game. We haven't even seen the game yet. We're going to see it tomorrow, but we haven't even seen the game yet and things are getting patched. No, don't do that. Don't do it. Anyway, Mike Wang went to Twitter, and this guy asked him bring back 360 layups. He said, check out Ja's spin and layup package. So we are going to have a little bit of finesse finishing coming back into 2K25. Now we also have from X-Ray, the small things matter at Mike Wang. Anything you can share to get us more excited? He said, you know how the ball would sometimes get stuck on the back iron? Sit there for a couple seconds, then a magic wind would come along and push it off. The physics team fixed that. Literally, I read that the first time and knew exactly what he was talking about, so that's actually a nice little fix. Now, guys, this is the only person throughout this video that I don't know for sure was at the event. I'm pretty sure he was at the event, but just, of course, take this with a grain of salt. I thought it was very important information if he was. So yeah, all the other news is definitely from people, but this is what he said. Because someone asked, try out the 6'8 builds with inside archetype with a 63 point to see if inside centers can shoot with a low 3-pointer. And he said small centers not needed, but can be impactful due to speed and attribute points. As for shooting, I found it a bit hard to shoot in the build tester with a 63, probably because of the jump shot, but 73s are consistent. So that's big. When 2K26 comes out, what you guys want to do before you make your build, if you want to make a build very quickly, but you also want to be a little bit careful, we know there's a pure green window now. Look at the jump shots, look at the releases, because we could have a game like 2K20 where you can shoot with a 63 pointer, 65 3-pointer, and be able to green very consistently. However, we could also have a game like 2K23 where you got awful jump shots. You guys know how in the past few years the jump shots have sped up, slowed down based on stability and stuff like that. So it could be a mix of that. Like, yeah, you can still green, but you could get very bad releases, very bad grades on your jump shot. So go in to the game, look at the releases, at the jump shots, but mainly go into like a practice, like the 2KU or something, put it on Hall of Fame and shoot with a guy, an NBA player, with a 65-3, a 73, 75, something like that. If you're only playing Park, there's no need to shoot on Hall of Fame difficulty. Put it one tick lower. If you only play Stage, stuff like that, yes, you're going to want to practice on Hall of Fame. Just get a feel for how the shooting is before you make your build if you want to try to save money. Anyway, in Joe Knows tweet yesterday that we talked about, I was like, bro, I read this 3 times and I just seen raw Park gameplay. What? And he said triple threat Park like last year. So creators did not see the actual Park yesterday from what I know, but he's talking about we will be seeing raw triple threat gameplay, which is also going to be good because we're going to see some of the best players in the game like LeBron and stuff like that playing against each other in that My Team Park. Plus, we're going to see a little bit of Sunset as well. Now, this comment is very important because we talked about this before. He said, Badge, you still think the Park is coming out Tuesday? So before we got the embargo dates, if you guys watched the video, I was like, look, if we don't get, like if they say, hey, that creators can't drop the build until Tuesday next week, then we're probably going to get the city news on Thursday, which doesn't make any sense because most likely creators are going to get the game early like last year. That doesn't make any sense. Now we know with the news coming out Friday and Saturday that we should be able to make an educated guess that we're going to get the city news on Tuesday. Okay, guys, we'll see though. All right. So, Laker fan, who he's a slasher every year, every single year. He said, I did not have time for it all, but I spent a ton of time in the layups. Expect me to have specialized in some things this time around. I'm not going for the 40 video onslaught like last time. Don't want to say much, so my excitement for slashing will stay concealed for now. His excitement for slashing. That's what he does every year. I told you guys, if you played 2K25, finesse finishing was just not that good. But I told you all, from everything we've read so far, the dunk meter, the slashing, all this type of stuff, 2K is trying to find a middle ground from 2K24 to 2K25. 24 was a little bit OD. 25 was patched into the ground. They're going to try to find some middle ground for finesse finishing, for dunking, for stuff like that. That's why they changed the baseline sensitivity. That's why you can see your green meter now. I mean, there's a bunch of changes they did. Now, look, a lot of creators from this event, you're going to see, like Uncle Demi, he said, ISO Unk in the building. Who is sitting corner for me? So we've got a lot of excitement about dribbling, ISOing. I mean, there's a bunch of people like, hey, ISO, this guy's back. ISO, like they're all saying they're going to be cooking up and dribbling. And Koza is very confident, very happy, excited about the dribbling from what he's seen. So that gets me excited. I do not dribble to be glitchy. I don't glitchy dribble 99% of the time. I don't fancy dribble a lot. It does look a little bit fancy when I'm really cooking and, you know, we're up 19-0 or I'm up 20-30 in the rec. Then I'll start doing a little bit out of body stuff. But you guys know I dribble to score, okay? That's what I dribble to break down my defender. And that's what Koza mostly does as well. So I'm glad. I'm glad that we're hearing good stuff so far. Now, from the My Career trailer yesterday, you guys see this is what the green jump shot meter is going to look like. So I'm guessing one of the dunk meters can look like this as well. You got a big fat green square right there at the top of your meter. I don't know why. I really can't even give 2K a W for bringing it back in terms of now we can see our green windows for everything, our jump shots, our dunk meters, our layups, but I'm just glad that it's back, okay? I'm just glad that it's back. I'm not going to be like jumping up and down and, oh my gosh, 2K, thank you. No, it should have never left the game. Anyway, Koza said, look, cheesing the whole time, editing 9 hours of footage. I wasn't even too hype about the play now or learn 2K reveal, but now I'm just watching it all back. He's talking about like he's smiling ear to ear. He's cheesing. Looking at the footage, I told you guys, I'm more excited for tomorrow's reveal of the play now stuff, people using the animations and all that, than the builder. Like I really want to, I still want to see the builder, but from what we've seen, the builder is not going to be a massive difference. It's going to be the max plus 2s and stuff like that that really changes things up. So guys, once again, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be live on YouTube probably about 30-40 minutes before, so you guys can go ahead and pack in there. But anyway, statistics said 2K26 will definitely be a fun 2K, not gonna lie. The reason I made the Sim Nation tweet is because the people that wanted 2K to feel like a video game again are going to be very happy. I mean, this is good news, guys. This is good news for a lot of us. And I'm not talking about Sim Nation, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about all that stuff, bro. If you want to play the game realistic, that's awesome. Like, that's really cool. But the feeling of the game, the responsiveness, I've been told behind closed doors, okay? Once again, just like yesterday, if you missed the video, man, that the game is responsive on both ends. They have no reason to lie to me behind closed doors. This is not because they were at some event or they're hyping the game up. They're just talking to me one-on-one. So that is what I'm wanting to see when the game comes out. The dribbling being fluid, responsive, the game speed has been reported to be a good increase, how it feels, the new engine, stuff like that. But we have to keep in mind one thing, a few things, but the first one is the game could get patched before, like what we see tomorrow could be patched before the game even comes out 7 days early. The next thing is, if that doesn't happen, even if it does, but the feel of multiplayer. You know, the latency of online. They're playing offline, practicing these moves. It's not going to feel the same online. How is 2K's latency going to feel? It's been, you know, widely known for not being, honestly, being one of the worst games, AAA games especially, with their latency. So we'll have to see how it feels online this year. You know, I go dribbling my court, feels pretty damn good. Like, if that's how online felt, the dribbling wouldn't be as critiqued as it is this year. But when you go into the park, it's different. Now, Kevin Cruz said sim players are going to be more than fine. Unless I played a sim players only special build in community day, keep the main thing the main thing. I got a reasonably responsible take on the game. Okay, so there you go. There you guys go. You know, that play the game very realistic. I play the game realistic half the year. You know, I got a Kobe build. I got a Wemby build. I love doing stuff like that. But you guys know I do everything. Like, literally everything. I got a Wemby build. I got a Kobe build. I got a 6-2 meta. I got a 6-6 meta. Like I do meta, pick and roll, 5 out, inside center, all types of 2K, bro. I don't just play one role. I play multiple heights at different positions. I got a lockdown build. Anyway, okay, so King Dooms, he said yesterday that he made a 7-4 with no weaknesses, and this guy said there's always a weakness, and he said if you play your role, it's not. So I would guess playing your role on a 7-4 would be, grabbing rebounds, interior defense, setting picks, stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see what he's talking about with this 7-4 with no weaknesses. Now, this one's pretty interesting because Ridiculous was asking statistics. I was joking with Joey how he didn't self-advertise about post scoring, but definitely where on Hollywood, who's a post scorer, I'll check in on Tea Time as well. He said, I'm trolling them. They used post scores for the gauntlet, and Tea Time said, look, bro, I locked in towards the end. That was the trial run. So the gauntlet was they had a tournament at the creator event, and it was for like a logo or something like that, and the winners of the event were using post scores. So post scoring should be fine again for the 1v1 court players and stuff like that. I know that's where they dominate the most. So yeah, I don't know about 2v2, 3v3, but I mean, if that's what just won the tournament, it's safe to say they're not going to be awful, at least right now, from the version they played. Now, this guy said, great idea under Koza's tweet. I feel as though we don't even have everyone's opinion, and it's a video game at the end of the day. The simulation people can separate themselves the same way Black Cobra did all those years. And Koza said, I don't understand the sim hate right now too. They have more moves and they're going to have a bigger bag this year. I want to see everyone eat. Every playstyle should be valuable while not crossing that game-breaking line. Had so much fun, man. I just hope we give the game some time. And that's how I feel as well. There's been this massive conversation in the last few years that has gone too far for the extremes, just like almost like politics, where you got your far one side, you got your far other side, and the voices in the middle really don't shine very much because they're not extreme, right? The more extreme opinions are what gets talked about more. And I feel the same way. Like, you guys know, I love the dribbling. I want the dribbling to be good. I'm not talking about 2K22, left, right, left, right, left, right. I'm talking about fluidity, like older 2Ks. I want to stand still and be able to combo ups, especially on a defender that doesn't have high steal. I want to be able to separate myself from other players that aren't as good, like look different. You know what I'm saying? I want there to be multiple different styles in the game. However, I play realistic as well. I got no problem with the guys that want to play more realistic ball. I do the same thing throughout the year. I don't think that we should have ever turned this into some sort of argument between sim or comp. It should always be, like I told you guys, bro, how far should the game be sim and arcade? Every 2K game is simulation and arcadey. People don't understand that. There's a massive gray area in between where let's say you're on the sim side. You're not, almost all people are not 10 out of 10 on the sim side. Now, what do I mean by that? People that are like, yeah, I love simulation basketball, I love simulation 2K, but you probably wouldn't like the product if it was a true sim, where the best player, where you make a 99 3-point build, you're going to shoot around 40% from three, because that's how the NBA is. Steph Curry shoots right around 40% from three. Most people would not want that. And there's so many other examples we could give. The game needs to have arcade and also simulation. It needs to still feel like a basketball game, which it almost always does, but it also needs to be a little bit more unrealistic in terms of no one wants to shoot, 30% from three if you're a 83-point player. Like, then if we didn't have a simulation product, people are going to miss wide open. Like, let's just say we have a real 10 out of 10 simulation. You can miss 5 wide opens in a row that you time correctly, and then you're going to make 2 or 3 in a row that was 100% contested or 80% contested, because that's real life basketball. There's got to be a different line. The skill gap of the game is getting open and timing your shot, right? So there has to be differences in the video game to be real skill, or we'd just be sitting there with a 99 3-pointer. Oh, okay, he's right there in my face, like that badge in 2K20. What was it? I forgot what the badge, steady shooter. Yeah, steady shooter, where you could just sit there, he's got his hand in his face 100%, and as long as you time it right, it goes in or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So there needs to be a pure green window, but of course, the more contested that you are, the less chance you have, the smaller your window is going to decrease if you're contested, right? So there's so many different, anyway, we could go on for 30 minutes about that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, I just wanted you guys to, I wanted to talk about it. All right, so anyway, Wolf, a 2K developer, he said this right here about our Max Pluses and all that. He said the Max Plus badge rewards acquired in the build specialization feature can be applied to any badge within that category. So, for example, you can boost 2 tier 1 shooting badges if you select the shooting path. Keep this in mind when creating your builds and choosing a specialization. There you guys have it. So, tomorrow, we are going to see, finally, 2K26 gameplay. We have seen about 32 to I think like 34 because I cut up all the cinematic footage that 2K gave us with the gameplay reveal, quote unquote gameplay reveal, a week or two ago, whenever it was. We've got like 30 seconds basically of real gameplay. We're now going to see lots of gameplay tomorrow. Okay, guys? So live on stream. If you miss it, of course, even if you were at the stream, I'm going to make a big summary watching hours of people's footage into a probably 10, 20-minute video and showing you guys what is the most important, my opinions on it, you know, all that type of stuff. So guys, if you're buying 2K26 or if you're still on the fence about it, whatever, you probably should see this video right here, yesterday's video with lots of, again, news about the game, information about the game. If you're not caught up, bro, you got to check it out because you're buying the game. You might as well know what's happening in the game, right? So click, tap right here. It'll take you to that video, and I'm out of here. Peace.